Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. We're up and running then. Well, Jim, the name Albert Ferrer is certainly familiar to English football fans of a certain vintage.
Yeah, and he's remembered with a great deal of affection as a pacey and tough tackling defender who always gave his all.
And was a bit of a character.
He was.
And here's Mbappe. Oh, he's getting hounded, really hounded. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Good ball, good take. It's Van Basten! Goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Grêmio finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Doué. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score.
Olise really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And here's Olise. Short changes him with that pass. Rummenigge in the hunt and looking threatening. Figo steaming forward at pace. Figo crosses. And that's the keeper's ball.
That's really good energy, Peter, the way they defend from the front.
And a chance! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Olise can get it clear. Grêmio have the chance to go the other way.
Grêmio really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Albert Ferrer. White. Albert Ferrer. Rummenigge. And that pass isn't the best. Beckham. It's Bellingham. And it's White.
That's good play from him.
Bellingham is onto this. And he's gone backward here. It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Oh, and that is really good tenacity. Rudiger with the clearance. Lille are looking to go forward now. 30 minutes gone. Bellingham. Olise. Olise! Well taken goal. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
Smiles broad and beautiful. That is a cracking hit.
Oh, give me this every week. The technical ability was superb, and you can see he meant every bit of this.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal stats.
Tries one from range! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Rummenigge. And it's Doué. He's found a way through. And that has left him in a heap. That's a cute ball. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
No, that was never going to make it. Akanji. And it's Cáceres. Now Albert Ferrer. Howson is the team's great visionary. Rummenigge producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. And that's a throw-in. Ferdinand. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Can he get on the end of this? And that interception. And we've reached half-time. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So it's one each. How are you seeing it, Jim?
Well, it sets up a very entertaining second half, Peter. Who's going to make the first move, trying to win this, and how they might find a way to sustain good pressure.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. And so the action is resumed. Delivers the ball. Van Basten! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
He did very well trying to adjust himself, but not the expected outcome.
White is always looking to play quality balls. Bellingham. Unrelenting, uncompromising pressure on him.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And he cuts out the supply. Now it's Mbappe. Doué, and the shot! Oh, that was wicked, a truly wicked effort.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And it's White. White running with intent. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Sylvestre. It's run loose here. And here's Elise. He's having a pop! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Great defending, strong and determined. Albert Ferrer. Doué. This is promising. Pinches it off him. Great chance! Goal! Gremio! And the comeback is complete. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Gremio leading now.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Great vision. And the shot! And yes, it's there! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
And now he has two. Lille dragged themselves back again.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback. And this is...
Goes for goal! He's done very well to get to that.
Mbappe actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. He's in a great position here. Shapes to shoot! And he should have made them pay.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Rummenigge. Nice interception, well timed.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
White picks it up. Oh, he's been caught napping. Figo. Doué wins the duel. Goes for a shot!
Attention, changement.
Doué cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Figo. This, a man full of it all. He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest. And there's the shot! Oh, denied brilliantly.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
The message is simple. Defend this with your lives. Decent chance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Silvestre. Very much into the last knockings. Gilberto Silva. It's a lovely, neat pass. And here's Hullet. Rummenigge. The final seconds now. Silvestre. Now, can they get him away? Rummenigge with the cross. Fantastic! And that's a tidy finish. And that should do it. Within sight of the finish line. And that's it. Well, that's it for tonight's match. So it just remains for me to thank Jim Begden alongside me. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So things are underway.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger...
And he shoots! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
That's the keeper's ball. And now they can spring out of defence. And it's Ribery. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Ribery picks it up out wide. Caught offside that time. Luis Suarez. And this is Ibrahimovic. Ribery. Oh, getting up there! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
That's great industry from the front line there. A lot of chasing, a lot of pressure, and they forced the error.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Pepe cuts it out. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Pullet gets into a good position. Figo.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Well, they've got it again. Rummenigge. And the pass is intercepted. It's gone for a throw-in. It'll be a throw-in. And this is Pullet. So it is still 0-0. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And it's Ribery. Can he get it through? He's having a shot! It's there! Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Oh, cracking ball. Oh, what a stop. Had to be at his very best. Rummenigge really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment. Chance for a shot! And that's a sharp finish. And they're threatening to fly away here. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
So that's 2 now without reply.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
And he's only too happy to take that back. Ribery. And here's Hullet. Ferdinand deals with that comfortably. Pass somewhat off target. Gilberto Silva, Rummenigge. Now it's Van Basten. Knocks it into space, and he's definitely onside. And that is a little undercooked. Lille are still behind as we reach out for half-time. It's a goal kick. Pepe. Rafael Varane. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. That is ended up in no man's land. Gilberto Silva. Vieira. Rummenigge. And it's Van Basten. That's a shade optimistic. And they've got rid. Vieira. Played into space. And this is Pele. Decent chance! Loose. Oh, he's been caught on it here. That's going wide left.
There will be 1 minute added time.
That's the throw. Figo. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's half-time. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Lille really are lucky not to be down by more, Peter. The manager's going to have to come up with something a little special to lift these players. Otherwise, this one's as good as done.
By the local police.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. Gets us going once more.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Yaya Toure. Strokes it back. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Rummenigge. Front-footed pressing going on here. Pass is just off target. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup.
Oh, great feat, that.
Now here's the delivery. Keeper has taken decisive action. Ribéry with an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
Well, I thought that run had balance and control, skill and strength. The sort of desire we hope will spread.
Oh, he's got a crucial block in there.
Substitution on the field. Number 11.
So time for change. And this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Suarez. Number 10.
And that has been cleared.
Number 19.
Lille are looking to go forward now.
Number 7. Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
Hazard. Number 24.
Seedorf. He's in plenty of space here. He's had it taken off him. Ferdinand goes long. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Nicely spread. And here's Azar. Oh, that is a nice touch. I think that's a corner. Yes, it is. It's their second corner of the game. Lille have the chance to go the other way. Sylvestre. Now that looks a decent ball. Bullish header! And now they can clear their lines. Just eases him off the ball. Pepe. Looking to play him in. Seedorf can see things others simply cannot. Nicely weighted ball. He's going for goal! Oh, denied brilliantly!
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Rummenigge. Oh, shooting chance! Rummenigge. For Bale. And it's Vieira. Azar. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
He has found the way through. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. That is lovely. And it's Yaya Toure.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Silvestre. Gilberto Silva. Pull it. And this is Van Basten. And this is Figo. Van Basten! It's not an especially good pass, that.
Well, they can at least make a fight of it. Even if it's just a goal, the lift it would give would be huge no matter what the end result is.
Seedorf. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Schmeichel with the clearance. Threads one in. Ferdinand calmly anticipates. No way through there. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo! Ronaldo! Superb! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes.
There will be 1 minute added time.
That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
And how easy did he make that look? That is...
And we're done. Lille cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents who were thrilling, at times... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. We're up and running then. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
The defensive qualities of William Saliba. For me, Peter, he's someone who's shown great leadership from such a young age when starting his career in France. I see a lot of bravery and courage, and I think they're words you associate with somebody who is very good in both boxes.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Lille have it back and can go again. Threads one in. Now this could be a... Goes for a shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Paris Saint-Germain have the chance to go the other way. That has not gone well. Tries to pass it through, and he's being shifted off it. Dani Olmo. Oh, good spread. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
And it's Olmo. Xavi Alonso. Now it's Hazard. Played out wide. And this is Shevchenko. And the shot! No goals as yet. And that's really well manoeuvred. And here's Hazard. Figo, who is really short on confidence. Nicely weighted ball. And this is Van Basten. And he's undercooked that.
Paris Saint-Germain always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off big time, can't it?
Yeah, just about every top side are doing this now.
And here's Van Basten. Oh, that's a... Can he finish? Goal! Lille! And it's Lille who take the lead. Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Well, at one stage, he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Lille have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Hazard.
This is the time you need that pace.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Hazard conjures time and space where few can. And here's Hullet. Oh, nicely intercepted. And Hullet! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Dani Olmo. Xavi Alonso. And the counter is on. Now it's Shevchenko. Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And that's gone loose. Now, can they get him away? Drives it in. And that's another good win of the ball. Xavi Alonso really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Looking for options for movement. Dani Olmo tries a cross. Rummenigge. And it's Figo. Now it's Hullet. Now it's Van Basten. Silvestre has it in a wide position. Oh, good play! Oh, it rattles the bar!
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. And that's been won straight back. Spread it left. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Figo. Pull it. Dani Olmo. And it's Hazard. For Xavi Alonso. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Aimed beyond the defence. This one a chance! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Can he get on the end of this? Lovely ball. Batsman! Oh, that's close, and that will be the last of it. It's half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Lille go in at half-time with a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Lille are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Chance, surely! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
He's absolutely full of energy here. Definitely had the right idea. A shame he just couldn't finish it off.
Nice control. Oh, well played, well played. Azar. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Shevchenko.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Well, that's beautifully weighted. Hazard picks it up out wide, showing good feet. Aimed at the far side. Lille do have a chance to counter here. Silvestre. Paris Saint-Germain needed that. They really needed it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Xavi Alonso, can he spark a counter here? Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
The ball's gone astray. Engages and forces him off the ball. Dani Olmo. Your impression so far, Jim? It's Alonso! Just wouldn't stay down for him.
Paris Saint-Germain really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Silvestre is always looking to play quality balls. Rijkaard. Dani Olmo.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Chance here to counter. And here's Hullet. Oh, super ball. Real chance! Oh, that was no routine save.
Rummenigge actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Changement en cours.
Corner number 2 then. It's a pretty loose pass. Nicely spread. Played back into the centre. He's on it. Can he get away? Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And this is Hullet. Good read, needed to be. The message is clear, none shall pass. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Palhinha. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Silvestre. Palhinha. Well, that's a dangerous ball. Picked out brilliantly. Rummenigge. And it's Figo. Still just that single goal, and we are nearly done. Now it's Hullet. Silvestre. Rijkaard. And Palhinha. And it's De Bruyne. Now it's Eto'o. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Eto'o. Good. And the finish! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Eto'o is offering a wry smile there.
All hands on deck for this one. Figo can get it clear. That pass has been well intercepted.
Paris Saint-Germain really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Keeper has taken decisive action. Lille close now to seeing this one through to the end. Tries to play it through. Duke always... And time is up. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Things already rolling. Nothing but absolute focus in the eyes of Gennaro Gattuso, Jim, and no doubt he will be relishing every part of the battle.
Yeah, the very epitome of competitiveness and relentlessness. I mean, he's a real menace in every sense of the word. If you're on the ball, he'll chase you to the ends of the earth and back. I'm going to say only nice things about him for fear of him coming after me.
It's a pretty loose pass. Portugal are looking to go forward now. And it's Seedorf. Pull it. And reclaimed it in a trice. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Tries to pass it through. And he cuts out the supply. Neither side especially adventurous early on. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. He's found a way past, and that's been won straight back. Tries one from range. Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
I think that was probably what the opposition wanted him to do, Peter. They're not going to be overly worried if he's shooting from that sort of distance.
Seedorf is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. He's having a shot! That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Oh, they can break here. Nedved wins the duel this time. Seedorf. Messi going forward. Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, he's having a go! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Nedved really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically...
Oh, good climb! This time, surely! Lille have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Van Basten. No, he refuses to take the bait. Lille, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. And here's Ibrahimovic. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Gilberto Silva. Now it's Van Basten. And it's Messi. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped. Portugal definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Tanucci is the guilty party there. Araujo, always a very imposing presence at the back. Seedorf. Messi finding himself in space. And this is Messi, played in. He has cut it out. Silvestre could move up a gear here. And that is a little undercooked. Messi driving on and making good progress. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Good take. Ibrahimovic! Goal! Portugal! And Portugal score first. Another moment of magic. A real wow moment.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
So we have the first goal.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now. Lille truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
He's looking wide. Bit too much weight on the pass. Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
It's their second corner of the game. Ferdinand clears. And now they can spring out of defence. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Araujo. Oh, he's played it in low. Oh, good-looking ball. Portugal have got it back and they'll have another go.
Temps additionnel.
Silvestre is one whose deliveries we all know about. And we've reached half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Lille currently behind by 1-0 at the break.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
That just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. And we're already back up and running after. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking. The player's body language here is a bit grim. It is not looking great at all. And that is expertly dealt with. Seedorf, Gullit chasing after it. Messi, there he goes, motoring forward. It is a corner.
Changement.
Corner number 2 then. Impressive jump. Well taken goal. Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. A really thumping header, absolutely crashes it in.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Figo. Now it's Gullit. Has a look and plays it forward. Threads one in. Gullit showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Ball's gone out of play.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Aimed beyond the defence.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Oh, no, that was never going to make it. And here's Ibrahimovic. Certain amount of room for debate here, but a goal kick's been given.
Changement en cours.
Portugal are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now. Gilberto Silva. Hazard. Good driving run. Silvestre. And it's Van Basten. Seedorf cuts out the pass. Gattuso. He'll try from distance! Oh, split-second reaction.
Rummenigge clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
So, third corner of the game. And it's been taken short. Wonderful effort, all by himself.
Seedorf certainly looked like he fancied himself to pull that off. A bit more composure and it would have been a different story, Peter.
Del Piero plays it short. And now a sudden chance to counter. And that's another good win of the ball. Vieira. Gilberto Silva. And the counter is on.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Plays one through. Shot, surely! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. They're up to 5 corners now. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. That is a brilliant interception. And here's Azar. And now the breakaway. And he's picked out the run. Oh, he's gifted it to the opposition. He's gone for goal. Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
And this is why almost every team presses from the front these days, Peter. If you get it right, it creates more chances.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Lille are looking to break at pace. Oh, that's well done, really robust. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it. Lille really have been second best here, second to every ball, and they can't have any complaints about where they are now. The good thing is they haven't given up.
Takes a shot! And it's in! And what a climax we have here! That was a given, it always was.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
Lille give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, the mindset has changed. Now they need to find all the courage they can get.
Oh, lovely bit of skill. And this is Rooney. Elects to cross. He leaps for it. He's got a goal. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Portugal have surely won it, or so you would think.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
And the referee brings it to a close. Well, that was a frustrating game. They were, at times... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So straight into the action. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Kevin De Bruyne. He's just one of the best strikers of the ball you'll ever see, and that applies just as much to his passing game as it does to his shooting prowess. He generally likes to keep things simple, taking as few touches as possible, but making every one of them count. I've got a feeling he's going to be a real handful for the opposition here.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Looking to play him in. Hullet ventures forward. He's got away. In by Hullet. Can he finish? Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Takes a shot! Goal!
Well, what a statement of intent. Who better to be the one to have the first say? A cracking opening to this game.
Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Now this could be a chance. Well, that pass isn't the best. And it's Palmer. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
First quarter of an hour gone. Great defending, strong and determined. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Van Basten, and here's Hullet. Reinders. And it's Palmer. Haaland goes for a shot! Oh, it's fallen loose again! It's a goal! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
That has been drummed into him from such an early age, Peter. It almost came as second nature. He susses the keeper couldn't hold on to it, and he's there in a flash.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. Can he get it through? Pass just lacking in accuracy. Figo, the magician-in-chief, his feet twinkling. Tries to pass it through. De Bruyne. Semenyo. Rudiger gets across to intercept that. And that is a little undercooked. Araujo. He's had it taken off him. Silvestre is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Van Basten. And here's Figo. Palmer. Now that's well seen too. Couldn't squeeze it through. Knocks it into space.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Well, that's been cut out, well played. Doku. Back towards the middle. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Threads one in. Doku! Hullet looking understandably energised after his goal. Ruben Dias spots it and intercepts. Semenyo. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Van Basten. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Lille clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Palmer. He's going to be disappointed with that. Van Basten. And that has left him in a heap. Oh, super find. Dealt with nicely by the defence. That's the end of the first 45. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So, nothing in it, Jim. What do you think?
Well, it's definitely been a game where both sides have tried to play to their own strengths, and I suppose neither side would be particularly unhappy with this scoreline. I suspect, Peter, the two managers will be keen to urge patience and discipline from their players now.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. So you're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Oh, that's well spotted. And here's Van Basten, and it's made its way to him. Semenyo.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Trying to get out of a very sticky situation. It's a good run down the right. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Silvestre, that has been slung wide. He's picked his way through. Donnarumma claims it, safe hands. Reinders. Rodri, that has ended up in no man's land. Tries to play it through. Gullit was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. De Bruyne, Palmer, De Bruyne shoots! And that's a good finish. They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Can he get on the end of this?
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Now it's Semenyo, and he's managed to get free. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Picked out, and the finish! And yes, it's there! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
So again, we have parity.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry.
Lille clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Figo, and here's Gullit. Lille have a free kick. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is.
Substitution on the field. Number 18.
So time for change. And this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Erling Haaland. Number 11. Doku.
Frustratingly close.
Number 10. Ryan Cherki. Number 7. Omar Mamouche. Number 19. Saleh.
Gilberto Silva. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Pass somewhat off target. And it's Hullet, distributed tidily. Vigo has the space to scheme. Semenyo. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Cherki will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Now, can they get him away? Looking for options for movement.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Rummenigge, forever the opportunist. A sniff, that's all he needs. He's free, he has got space. Cherki. Sané. He's a sharp little ball here. He has found the way through.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And it's Reinders. Oh, good read. Rummenigge.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
So that's it. It is all over. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure.